So it's just over 6 weeks to go then until the start of the Cheltenham Festival. We've been keeping a keen eye on some of the more intriguing market movers. Tom Lee from Channel 4 Racing is with us. And Tom, great start with the Arkle.
Oh, listen, fast and furious over the big fences at Cheltenham. Everybody looking forward to this, particularly if you're a backer at a big price of Willie Mullins' Felix Younger, a horse who thus far 4 starts over fences at the time of that we're chatting right now. 3 successes. His only defeat last time at Christmas time, but he lost nothing in defeat. And bear in mind, there's one very strong form line. He beat the very highly rated Defy Logic at Punchestown in November. That reads very, very well. And bear in mind, this is a horse who 2 years ago was second in the Neptune Novices Hurdle. All being well, we should see him this weekend at Leopardstown. Of the home defence, if you like, the UK-trained horses, one horse who has certainly attracted support, a horse known very well to visitors to Cheltenham, that's the 2012 champion hurdle winner, Rock on Ruby. Just the 1 start over fences so far. That was a 3-horse race. He bossed that as he should. More to come from him. He goes to Doncaster this weekend.
Well, if the Arkle is certainly one race to look forward to on day one, as is the champion hurdle, Tom, fast developing into possibly the best race of all 4 days.
Well, it really is, and it features a horse who, to my mind, is worth the admission fee alone. An 18-time Grade 1 winner, the winner of this race in 2011, the winner of this race 12 months ago, and yet, at one point in November, after a workmanlike return in the Morgiana hurdle, he could be backed around about 7-1. I am, of course, talking about the Hurricane Fly, who right now, as we're broadcasting, is clear or joint favourite with every bookmaker in the village. And I don't think that's any great surprise. There was a little scare this week about a stone bruise as he prepares for the BHP Champion Hurdle at Leopardstown. Even so, he is a big, big noise, 10 years young. He has to be a huge danger. No surprise to see now, after such a good comeback at Christmas, he is topping the lists with the majority of firms.
Yeah, so we go then from the champion hurdle to the champion chase, and it's become even more intriguing, the emergence of Side of Grugy and problems with Sprinter Sacra.
Well, it was a huge story at Christmas time, and for the worst possible reason. Sprinter Sacra pulled up in the Desert Orchid Chase at Kempton Park. God willing, he comes back fit and firing. He was odds on with every firm, unsurprisingly, after bringing such authority 12 months ago. Now he's generally around about an even money shot, and the money has come for Side of Grugy, who in the absence of the champ has been quick to make hay. A Grade 1 win at Sandown in the Tingle Creek, strike at Kempton over Christmas, and then of course more recently at Ascot in the Clarence House. He was a double-figure price, now around about 9-4, 5-2 with the majority of firms. If there is a chink in the armour of Sprinter Sacra, if they can't get him back in one piece, surely the most likely winner is Side of Grugy. Some shrewd punters sitting pretty if they've snapped up prices, what, 10, 12-1 we mention. If there's been to be an outsider, if you like, there has been a few nibbles in the market for a horse who won the Grand Annual 12 months ago. That's Alderwood. He's 10 years of age now, but he won the Grand Annual 12 months ago. And if he could step up into this kind of company, well, who knows? I think he's probably, what, 16, 20, 25-1, but proven on the track, and you never know. If there was to be an upset, might it be Alderwood?
And we can look at some of the perhaps champions of the future, certainly over hurdles as well, with the Triumph, and we've had plenty of movement there.
Yeah, an absolutely thumping market move for another Willie Mullins inmate. That's Ivan Grozny, who was a huge price prior to an absolutely facile win at Naas last time. They introduced him over hurdles at Leopardstown at Christmas, couldn't get his head in front there, but won absolutely as easily as you like last time at Naas. The sky looks the limit for this young horse, and certainly we might see him once more, likely in the Spring Juvenile at Leopardstown in February, but he's certainly making a big noise towards the front of the market there, having been a big, big price, around about 20-1 originally.
Yeah, so big move for that one. Let's move on to the Blue Ribbons event, shall we, which is the Gold Cup. Really looking forward to it. It's intriguing once again. Well,
it is, because certainly look towards the front of the market, a horse who has an absolutely unblemished record at Cheltenham. That's Bobsworth. You think the last 3 years he's struck at the festival, the Albert Bartlett, the RSA, and of course the Gold Cup 12 months ago, and yet bookmakers on occasion are quick to write these horses off. We mentioned that there were some big prices flying around for Hurricane Fly at one point. Well, the same was true of Bobsworth. He was beaten at Haydock in November, and all of a sudden his price drifted, and you could have got, what, 5-6-1 about Bobsworth, last year's Gold Cup winner, retaining his crown. He went to Leopardstown at Christmas, He turned on the style in the Lexus. All of a sudden, he's back at the front of the market. Bookmakers generally, 9-4, 5-2, about the reigning champ. 5 times he's been to Cheltenham, 5 times he's delivered. So lots to like about him. At bigger prices, there is another mover, and that's Alfaroff. He's fascinating because think back 3 years, Jamie, he's the winner of the Supreme Novices in 2012. He was a big handicap winner there at Cheltenham, and since coming back from an injury layoff, he's not only won the Amlin Chase at Ascot, but also third in a King George. Cheltenham very much his track as opposed to Kempton Park, so we could see some improvement there, and he's around about halved in price, having been 25-1.
Yeah, it should be a fascinating festival. Plenty more market moves, I'm sure, before now, and the start in just over 6 weeks' time.